All right. Then we had 3 other guys that fell into the teens for this list that you wanted to make sure we made note of. Coming in at number 13 on this list, we have Canadian Tanner Howe of the Regina Pats in the WHL. Let's hear it.
So he's a guy, and the reason I really wanted to talk about him was because, I mean, he put up, 85 points in the WHL this season, playing on Regina with Connor Bedard. And now Bedard obviously is not going to be there next year. So it's a case where you could see his stock continue to rise if he continues to do what he did. Because I will emphasize, Regina, especially now that Bedard's going to be gone, that is not going to be a very good team. But the thing with Tanner Howe is he was most often playing as a number 2 center. So he really wasn't playing with Bedard. And he still did what he did, which is wildly impressive as a draft -1 in WHL in a year where the WHL was insane. So that's why he's kind of found himself pretty high up in a whole lot of rankings. So it's going to be really interesting to see what this coming season has for him or what he's able to produce. Just because, again, like what happens with Bedard gone, like for the entire team. But he's going to be a real interesting. He's an older player in this draft. So he's got that going for him where like he is pretty physically developed, even though he's not the biggest kid in the world. He is a mean bastard. And he's also got high-end skill. He's got a real good shot. He is a weapon in the offensive zone. And he's got the added, like, he wants to play mean every time he touches the ice. So he's a really fun player to watch because he's going to do something noticeable every time he's out there. But again, I think I really want to touch on him because like you could see a situation this year where like, hey, like Bedard's gone and he's still even better than he was last year on a not so good Regina team. Or, you know, if does it have like the inverse effect where he's, you know, the point production takes a big hit. He's not that noticeable. So he's going to be a really interesting one to watch this year. But I'm betting on him continuing to do what he did. Because again, a lot of times he wasn't playing with Bedard because he was playing in that number 2 center role. So definitely going to be a real interesting one to track as the season goes here.
Love it.